So football is back, and I've teamed up with OneFootball to launch their exciting new season prediction giveaway. If you can predict the results of the 5 Premier League matches currently seen on screen alongside me, you could win a pretty incredible bundle consisting of the following: a football shirt of your favourite team, and it could be this kit I'm wearing right now, not this exact one of course, a brand new one, a OneFootball jersey as well, and excitingly a copy of FIFA 2022. All you gotta do to be in with a chance of winning this bundle is click the link in the description below, download OneFootball of course, and follow the instructions that load up to fill in the form and predict the 5 opening Premier League fixtures. But that isn't it. Once you submit your entry, you will be redirected to another landing pages, which gives you the opportunity, and it isn't mandatory, don't worry, but to predict one fixture from the Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga and League One opening season matches. You don't have to do this of course, but if you do participate in the global giveaway, you will be with a chance to win a pair of match tickets. The prize is separate as well to the local giveaway bundle prize. And if you've got any doubts or questions, you can check the T's and C's that are present on that landing page. For now though, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description, go and enter that competition, and best of luck. Fingers crossed you win the prize. Hey guys, it's Stephen here, back with another video. The day after Manchester City have signed Super Jack Grealish, unfortunately breaking some Villa hearts. I've got alongside me an Aston Villa himself, the Aston Villa correspondent for Birmingham Live, Ashley Preece. Firstly, I apologise. I have been there, trust me. I'm 35 years old, so I've seen John Wright Phillips and King Clancy torn away from me, so I've felt the pain. I know it's a kind of different world these days with football. But firstly, thank you for coming on, and secondly, apologies. How are you, man? Are you good? Are you okay?
Yeah, don't worry, mate. I mean, Villa are doing it as well. Don't forget, they signed Ollie Watkins from Brentford. Danny Ings have just signed Danny Ings, so Villa do it as well. So let's not beat around the bush.
It's football, isn't it?
It's football, isn't it? So I've got to get used to it. And yeah, sad day for Villa fans. Really sad day. I didn't think it'd happen. I was one of the only journalists to report that he's going to stay, which I was told by his circle he was going to stay. Obviously, all different ball game as soon as City went in with a £100 million bid. I don't think Villa expected City to come in as soon as they did. I thought they were going to press ahead with Kane. But yeah, deal done. Grealish is a Man City player. It's quite sickening to say that, but I've got to get used to it. And what a player you have on your hands.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk all about today about his style of play, strengths and weaknesses, and from yourself, obviously, as a Villa fan. Have you been a lifelong Villa fan then as well? I guess you've been watching since.
Yeah, lucky to be in my job now, covering Villa for the last 3 years as well. So, yeah, lifelong Villa fan, seeing to get older and all that, and yeah, one of the best I've ever seen.
So let's talk about Jack Grealish and basically his background, obviously. So what, and obviously what did, I guess it's past tense now, what did he mean to Aston Villa fans? In your personal opinion, why is this upset Aston Villa fans so much? Because obviously, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but, you know, in your own personal words, why has this caused such a big fuss, I guess?
It's because he's lived everyone's dream through Grealish. Everyone's lived their dream through Jack on the pitch. They've been willing him on. He puts smiles on people's faces, and he just epitomises what the club is about. Born and bred villain, like you say, and the CEO Christian Perslow said 11 months ago when he signed his deal, he said he's the emblem of this football club. So, yeah, he's Mr. Aston Villa, but obviously no more. So it's been tough to take, Steve, and it really has. I didn't think it'd ever happen, to be honest, regardless. But he was close to joining Spurs in 2018. Man U came on strong last summer, and I third time lucky if City have got their man. And yeah, he's going to have a great time at City playing with them stars. And yeah, good luck to him, you know. But yeah.
I mean, obviously he was influential as well in terms of his background. Obviously, he's been at Villa all his career. His obviously background, he got you back up to the Premier League. I mean, I presume he was absolutely monstrous for you back then, and obviously he's took to life really well in the Premier League. I mean, what is it about, I guess, his style? We'll talk about his style of play. What is it about his style of play that, for one, you know, was able to lead Villa back up to the Premier League and establish yourself to the point where you signed some really good players as well? What is it about his style of play that Villa fans took to in general?
It's pure fearless. Give me the ball, I'll do it for you. That kind of attitude, really confident, cocksure of himself. And let's not forget, he has really improved so much, Stephen. Like mega.
I think he has improved genuinely. He was always good, but he does look like he has improved a lot.
Yeah. So when he first came into the Premier League, he played as an 8 in the central midfield where he played in the Championship. He got found out. John McGinn was outperforming him. But yes, since the turn of that year, and since Smith played him in that forward left position, stay hijack, and you get the ball, you can't get it off him. Yeah, scary talent, mate, and he's just really kicked on. He's put the hours in the gym. He's when you see him up close, he's an athlete, a proper athlete. I reported on stories before about his background in Gaelic football. He used to get kicked from pillar to post in Gaelic football. People treading on his fingers because he was cocky, but he gets back up, rolls with it, and that's it with him. He plays like he's in a playground.
Do you think there's a turning point do you think there's a turning point for his improvement that kind of prompted it? Because you mentioned he's improved a lot. Initially, he was number 8 when he came back in the Premier League. What do you think? Was it literally just a poor season that turned it around? He realised he needed to focus, or was it just something off the pitch? I don't know. What was it in your opinion?
I think he just realised I'm good. I can play at the Premier League level. When Villa got promoted in 2019, I thought he was a bit like. Yeah. Am I good enough for this level? I'm not sure. I've been here before, but
he's telling me he has doubts about himself. Can't imagine Grealish having doubts.
No, 100%. When the first went up, he did, because he was playing in the central midfield. He's been in the Championship for 3 years. He don't know what the Premier League's like, and he got found out in the first couple of weeks playing central midfield, and then he played him higher up, and he getting real joy, assists, scoring, and then the penny dropped with him. He said, "Oh, I can do this. And obviously, he put the hours in the gym. He's one of the best trainers as well, Stephen. A lot of people forget that. A lot of people forget. A lot of people mention his lifestyle, bit of a party boy and that, but he's one of the first in and last out. So yeah, City are getting a real workhorse on their hands there as well, which I'm sure Guardiola will love. So, but yeah, he's really kicked on in the last 18 months, and he's a world beater now. I think he's going to get better and better.
Well, let's talk about his strengths specifically then, because I didn't know that about. Like, he's obviously work rate. I mean, you can tell physically he's impressive and so on. Like, he's obviously looks like someone who looks after himself. And some people, you can tell. I think Foden's similar for what it's worth. Foden's had, the thing in Iceland as well. But he looks like, I'm not sure if he's like similar to Foden in the fact that he just lives for football. I mean, Foden is just obsessed with football. I mean, his mum told this anecdote of Foden, all he ever wanted for Christmas was the football and nothing else. I don't know if Grealish is very similar or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were at the same time. And I remember clips as well of Grealish saying he just watches YouTube compilations of his favourite players constantly. Yeah. He's obsessed with Kevin De Bruyne. Is that his biggest strength? Is he a little bit more like driven internally to improve than people realise?
Yes, well, I think so. He spent a lot of time with Phil Foden at the Euros. You've seen clips of them just pinging balls, volleys, continually together. I just think the football nuts live and breathe it. I think Foden's had a big say in Grealish moving as well, as have others in the England camp. So, just live for football, mate. It's simple. Like kids in the playground, that's how they treat it. And Grealish wants to go on to bigger and better things.
What are his biggest strengths on the pitch? I guess what did he bring to Aston Villa? I mean, obviously, it's the creativity, but was there anything more than that to it?
Just willing to take the ball. Give me the ball. You've seen his frightening figures. He wins the most fouls. He had 3 months out last year with an injury. He topped the shot for fouls won. So people can't get near him, to be honest. And when they do, they're bringing him down. So, his dribbling skills, close control, scary ability. I can't stress that enough. All-round game, his way to pass is incredible as well. That goes unnoticed. His way to pass is sublime. One of the best in the league, for sure. And you're going to take so many bits off the players he's working with now. De Bruyne, Foden, he's going to take loads of bits off them as well. And he's coming into his prime now as well. And he hasn't even played 100 Premier League games yet, Stephen, as well, which is a scary sight. He never played in Europe as well. And, I think he's getting better and better. I think Pep's going to make him an absolute monster. I really do. So
one thing I'm curious about, which this could be in the strengths or weaknesses bit of this video, I'm not sure. It depends on your answer, really. What's his work rate like? Because obviously everyone knows if you play for Manchester City, you got to run. And I don't mean run, I mean run. Really, you have to be physically fit. I mean, that's the one thing that he has adapted. But Riyad Mahrez, when he came to Manchester City, you could tell there's a bit of a rude awakening because there's a few times where he switched off. And it wasn't for lack of effort, really. He did try. He's just, your positional awareness and your work rate, it has to be on an insanely high level. I mean, is that? I mean, obviously you may work hard off the pitch, but is it there on the pitch as well?
That's something that gets laboured at him. Grealish's lack of work rate, and he's been a flair player, but it's nonsense. He tracks back for the team incredibly. I think Southgate had reservations about that as well. But I think he's going to City wanting to prove himself. He's the new school kid. Do you know what I mean? He's coming in with £100 million price tag on his head. He needs to perform from day one. I think that's going to shove a rocket up him. I think he wants to impress Pep. He wants to impress De Bruyne. I think he wants to prove himself. So
I think you're right. I think he does want to impress De Bruyne for what it's worth. I think he's so. Like, Kevin De Bruyne.
Exactly that, 100%.
Yeah. In terms of, so I mean, no one's perfect unless you think he is. But is there any weaknesses to his game you think he needs to improve on? Because he's not young anymore, but he's definitely not at the highest point of his career yet. Is there any areas to work on that maybe you think Pep would be looking at?
No, I wouldn't say no at all. I'd say just watch out his shin splints, his shins. 13 games
Is that
out
the shin
last
pad
season.
thing because he doesn't wear them?
No, it's not actually. No, it's such a cloak and dagger issue we had last season. I was reporting on it as well. Found out he got injured. The club Villa said it's fine. 13 games later, he's still not there. And so, yeah, he's had issues with the shin problem, shin muscle behind the shin bone. So injuries, he's never completed a full Premier League season yet. So I've been concerned for City. Obviously, City like to rotate. I think that'll bring out the best of him. But yeah, I mean, his robustness is very good. It's just he has spells on the sideline now and again. Just yeah.
I mean, that's the thing as well. I guess we're lucky as a City fan to have a big squad, so maybe it's. I mean, if he has a few games out now, but I mean, he will get kicked a lot more at Manchester City. That's the thing. We have a lot of the ball, so I mean, that's the. Unfortunately, we've seen Kevin De Bruyne pick up a few serious injuries over the past few years because he's just kicked a lot. He's just hacked and kicked a lot. In terms of I don't know if you've ever spoken to him personally. I'm not sure if you have, but from what you know in general, what's his personality like as an individual? Because obviously we see the way he's projecting in the media and so on, and he seems relatively fun-loving and all that kind of stuff. But what is like as far as you're aware, as a reporter?
Jack by name, Jack by nature, Jack the lad. He's like me and you. He's one of them. Loves football. His family are very, very accommodating to Villa fans. I met his dad the other week. I had some Jack Grealish bits to sign, and met him in a lay-by, signed them all, and got me extras as well. And just such a loving family he comes from, and so grounded, down to earth. I can't stress that enough. But yeah, Jack likes having a good time, likes all the nice things, but the bottom line is he's a footballer and he loves his day job. That's it, and he's just a genuine down to earth guy. And behind all the floppy hair and the nice and the clothes and that, he's like just like you and me and every City and Villa fan. So like I've said, he's living everyone's dream, and he just plays like a kid in the playground.
That's class to hear. In terms of position, so obviously, where do you think, on a personal view, where do you think, I know because we've heard the rumours, but where do you think he's going to end up playing for Manchester City? And do you think he has a best position as well? And I know he said as well, you feel like he can play anywhere, but is there a best position in your opinion, or somewhere that you would like him to see, or anything like that, or anywhere you think you'd be at Man City?
Yeah, I mean, if you ask him, I think he used to have a moment at Dean Smith saying, play me central. He likes being the number 10. He likes being everything evolved around him, which I think he's going to have to get.
He's got a lot of competition at City.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Because with Villa, it's just fine, play to Jack, but he might go a minute or two without getting a touch of the ball, which will really annoy him as well. And I remember Dean Smith brought him off last season in like the 89th minute. He sat on the bench like, "What are you doing, bringing me off?" So he's got to get used to that. In terms of positioning, I think his best one's inside left, off the left-hand side, drifting in. I think that's where Villa got the most joy out of him. Stay high, commit defenders, and then he just causes a melee in there. So that's where I'm playing. But I can see Pep playing him anywhere, 8 in the middle, alongside Gundogan or anything like that. And yeah, I think off the left is better. What I've seen of him, but I think Pep are playing more central.
Yeah, I mean, do you think as well? Do you think he'll adapt to Man City? All right. I mean, do you think he has the? I guess I know you think he has the qualities, but how do you think he'll adapt basically to being? Because you've just mentioned that anecdote about him falling out with Dean Smith a little bit. I mean, he's going to come off a lot sooner than the 89th minute, and he's going to be sitting on the bench an awful lot more than that because that's just life. Riyad Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Sterling, they've all spent a lot of time sitting on the bench. How do you think he'll adapt to that?
It's going to be so hard for him, It really is. That's a big hurdle to overcome. He'll have to get used to that. But yeah, I think he's going to thrive in Manchester. Down in Birmingham is a massive fish in a small pond, as it were. Whereas you get a new life in Manchester with the misses and whatnot. He can focus on his football properly. And the exciting challenge for him, I think, them Champions League nights, he sits at home with his feet up on Instagram, just wishing he's there. Now he's there. I think that's a massive pull for him. And he wants to show the world what he's got. I think people might shoot me down. He could be a future Ballon d'Or winner, Stephen. I really believe that.
I was about to ask you about how far do you think you can go in terms of the hype. And do you actually genuinely believe that? Because bear in mind, Kevin De Bruyne has not won one, and look how special he is. Do you think he could go that far?
I do, yeah. He's 25 now, turns 26 next month. It's the next couple of seasons. It's going to determine that. I think Champions League football will bring his game on tenfold, as it will work under Pep Guardiola as well. Not many better than him. So I really do, yeah. I've seen a lot of him. He's one man. He has been a one-man team for a lot of the time, and he's carried Villa to where they are now. So I'm just ashamed he hasn't carried him one more step because they're a little close to them European spots we all want. So yeah, but I really do. I think City, just the fans are right to be excited about this one. I think it's a better deal than Kane. I really do. And yeah, scary proposition for you.
I mean, City fans are pretty excited. I think he's a bit of a maverick, isn't he? I mean, I've said in a few videos on my channel as well. Like, the reason I'm excited by this is because he's that kind of player I like to watch in football. You know, creative dribblers are always the fun ones, you know, and the ones who score goals and do the magic shit. That's what you want in football in general. And Jack Grealish seems to be the epitome of that. Once again, Ashley, it must be heartbreaking. But you know, it's football, unfortunately. And I do honestly, look, to be honest, in a small part of me, and I know there's been a lot of like beef between City fans and Aston Villa fans on Twitter. And what I would say, largely people just need to get outside a little bit and just log off and just enjoy football. But what I will say is I kind of understand a lot of it. And I genuinely I think in a nice sense of this would be that these players that you've signed, Ings, Bailey, so on, Buendia, maybe even Cantwell if he comes in, or Price, whatever, I don't know. It'd be kind of good if they did well. You know, I think, you know, like if you actually spent the money kind of well and it happened and you push for the top 6 or whatever. And to be honest, I wouldn't be bothered if Villa pushed for the top 6 and knocked someone out because it means you're knocking someone like Spurs and that's just kind of funny. So I wouldn't be bothered too much anyway. But Ashley, thank you so much for coming on, man. I've really, really appreciated it. Obviously, you can go check out Ashley's links. Social links will be in the description below as well of the video. Once again, thank you and sorry, Ashley, thanks for coming on, man.
Cheers, mate. Nice one.
And guys, thanks for watching this video. Of course, you can go watch my reaction to the signing from yesterday. A little kind of hint, we recorded this before it even happened, but we're attending anyway because we all know it's going to happen. You don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and watch the video from yesterday as well, which was I filmed 3 hours ago, which sounds really weird. It's a real Inception time shit going on here, but it all happened. Either way, though, it was the worst kept secret in football, so we all knew. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you all very, very soon.